Hello and welcome to Knitcraft Podcast. Knitcraft Podcast? Isn't this Stitches Please? Yes and no. There is a rebranding afoot. Let's find out. Hello and welcome. My name is Courtney, and you can now find me on Instagram as Knitcraft Podcast, all one word. And this YouTube channel is now Knitcraft Podcast. And you may have noticed, maybe not, that there's only 2 videos and a short available to watch. So I went a little bit through a rebranding, and those videos no longer really represent me. They're really low quality, and I'm worried that if you're new here and you start at the beginning, there's no improvement for like 50 episodes, let's be honest. So I did some changes, and one of my goals, I'm not a New Year resolution type person. So I set goals whenever, and this month I was like, let's rebrand my channel and change my editing style. And here we are. So if you are new here and you just watched the last 2 episodes and you were wondering why it says in the description episode 1 once again, or again, but then it says episode 52 and it says Stitches Please, and same with my last video that was a special video that's regarding my test knitting. I also say Stitches Please. This is just now, fresh off the press. I didn't know I was going to rebrand when I recorded those videos, but after watching them and talking to some of my friends and my mom, I decided that the name no longer suited me. Stitches Please has been my handle before Cheyenne was born, and Cheyenne is about to turn 10, so that name has been with me for a long time. But I think Knitcraft suits me. This channel is mainly about knitting, but I do cross stitch. I fell a little bit off the cross stitch wagon, but I'm sure I'll get back on it. There have been a lot of projects that I want to do. I just don't have the time with being a mom of 3. Also, I should address, and to be quite honest, I'm recording differently. I'm still recording on my phone, but instead of the forward camera, I'm using the rear facing camera, and I can't see myself, and it's really weird. I'm hoping I look right at the camera. I may be looking away. That's something I do even in conversation. I trail off, and it's weird not to see myself. I don't know what to do with my hands, which I never really did. And now it really seems like I'm talking to a camera. Before, it kind of seemed like I was just talking to myself. Now I got all 3 camera lenses from my phone looking right at me. So it's gonna take some adjustment. Anyway, you're here for the knitting and not for the background stuff, correct? Oh, also, sorry, one more thing. 2 videos ago, my sound was very high, low, all over the map. I apologize. And then the last video, no, I think 2 videos ago, you could barely hear me. I recorded that with my phone microphone, so that was still really bad sound quality. The last video, I had gotten my microphone, so my intro and outro are recorded on my microphone, and the rest was on my phone. So my sound, I apologize if you made it through that video. It was a great video, content-wise, sound-wise, I'm not even gonna lie, it was atrocious. I sounded like I was in a church. It was very, very, very echoey. I, without thinking, plugged my microphone in and just hit record and never thought of, let me check, make a test video. And I was so, not witty, but goofy in that video. It would have seemed so fake if I re-recorded my intro and outro that I just went with it. So I apologize. I did some test videos and it sounded pretty good. I turned the echo completely off and I turned the volume down. So hopefully give me a thumbs up and subscribe if my sound is great, okay? It's been a learning curve. So let's jump in. I have a finish, I have some whips, I have a new cast on. Let's get to it. Finishes. Okay, you may have guessed it from that little video of blocking. She's done. You guys, she's done. A year and a half later, I mean, you may have not seen that much since, if you're new, you missed all my old videos, but I was knitting on the I Have Notes, Shake It Up by Johanna, and let me make sure I show you the right side. And I can't see what I'm showing, and I know that for sure this whole thing is not fitting in frame. So let's start here. You have some garter going into some striped garter, going into lace, going into more striped garter, going into some beautiful squishy brioche, going into a different shade of brioche. I was gonna say maybe this was one color and then it went to two color brioche, but I don't think so. I think it always was two color. And then we got some stripes, lace, stripes, just regular garter, more brioche. I love brioche, that's why I started this. I wanted some brioche in my life. And stripes, yeah, micro stripes, so only one stripe per row, which was fun. It was kind of like brioche because you knitted every row twice, but not brioche, you know. And then a border. And let me tell you, so the border is short rows. You have a little bit here, and then it gets wider. And then you go around the corner, it's still wide. And then it gets small. So from here, all the way is the short row border. So that's quite a lot. It's not too bad because it's short rows, and so you're only knitting the full length like twice. Then you bind all this off with an I-cord bind off. That took me a couple days, not like, no joke. Then, oh, you guys, you pick up all the stitches along the top. these stitches, you pick them up and you do another I-cord bind off. Did I have to do that? No. Even in the pattern, it says if you don't have enough yarn, just do a regular bind off along this edge and then don't worry about picking this up. But I had plenty of yarn and I-cord is just pretty. So I did it. Took me about a week to bind the sucker off, but it's done, it's blocked, it's drapey, it's squishy, it's everything I wanted. How am I gonna wear this thing? I don't know. How do you wear this shape? I guess I could. Let's see if I'm like Andrea Mowry from I Knit If I Want To, and obviously an amazing designer, but she puts on her shawls in her video. So she says long edge around and then you fling around the other side. Yeah, this works. Oh, it smells so good. I used eucalyptus and grapefruit and it brings out that little bit of sheepy smell and then grapefruit. So good. Anyway, so cozy. Can't wait to wear this. Got real excited there. But yes, I don't know if you can tell. This is how far down this goes. And it's so nice. Maybe I'll leave it on. It's been chilly here, so it's been nice. We had to turn the heater on for the first time today. I forgot to mention, I live in the suburb of Phoenix, Arizona. But I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. So, let me take a drink break. Alright, next up, I knitted on Deschain by Leila Raven, and I'm using Sandnes Garn Leila in the Slate color, and it is 53% wool, 33% viscose, and 14% linen, and it's my absolute new favorite summer yarn. Look at this color. I love it. I need to get yarn needle stoppers for this because it is such a loose gauge. This wants to fly off my needles. It just wants to take off. Is this the right side? Yes. But there's yarn on top. Oi. Here it is. Coming close so you can see. Here's the beautiful lace panel. It's doing that scallopy thing. So pretty. So I am knitting the second size, which is a 60-inch bust, and that would give me 24 inches of positive ease. The pattern calls for 16 to 22 inches. I haven't measured myself since I had a kid. Because I'm like, well, in my head, my bra still fits, so I'm the same size, right? But things are a little tighter, a little snugger. And I felt weird knitting size 1, because I never am the first size. I'm typically the second or third. So I think I just went with the second. I mean, it's supposed to be really oversized, so it will be. I love knitting on this. I knitted 1 repeat in a really fast time. And then my next whip, I forgot to grab. My next whip is the Immie tee by Carrie Boswick. Every single time I've knit a Cheyenne one, and I struggled through the name then. Hoge? I'm sorry, Hoge. And I'm using Knit Picks yarn for this. Knit Picks Comfy Fingering Seafoam. And I've knitted, like I said, Cheyenne one before, and this is gonna be Lily's matching one. And I have split for the sleeves, and I'm decreasing for the yoke. It's bottom up. Every row is a lace row in the lace panel. There is no resting row. It is, the pattern is written really well, but for Cheyenne, the decreases were even around. This one, you're doing kind of like 3 different things at once. You have to pay attention when you're doing front decreases, shoulder and back decreases, and the lace. So it's a little much going on all at once, but the pattern is written really well. So this is really pretty. I love this lace. So here this is. And I know she can't wear it till next spring, summer, but I just want to get it off the needles. I have a lot of baby knits I want to knit currently for Oliver. And some for Lily still. And I have some for Cheyenne. My queue is just too long. I need to get paid to knit. If anybody knows how to do that, hit me up. And my last one is with my last video. I recorded a special video that was all about my Testnet by Alicia Plummer. Right now it's called a Noro Testnet, but the name is gonna change. And I don't have a skein nearby. Do I have a label on here? No. Okay. I need to wind the skein, so that's why I didn't have one. It's Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash Aran Wave, 100% superwash wool, and it's color number 110. I don't remember, but it's this gray, charcoal, almost black. So it's multiple plies, and if you see it, the plies are different colors. So this one has 2 light gray, a slate, like blackish color, and a charcoal, all spun into 1 ply. And then some of the plies are almost all the same. It's just like different shades. So it's really cool yarn. And Nora was out of my budget. That's what she designed the pattern with. So I wanted something that kind of gave the same effect. And like I didn't want to just use a plain color yarn. So I thought this was a cool pattern to try out something new. So the striping is the yarn completely on its own. One skein is from this speckled to this speckled, and then down to here because I only have this much left right now. I need to wind a new skein. But I also split for the sleeve on this, and now I'm just knit, knit, knit until my certain measurement. And I didn't write down which size I'm knitting. I think I'm ending up with 4 inches of positive ease. I believe I'm either knitting a 40 or 41, and I'm a 36-inch bust. Sorta. I need to remeasure, clearly. I'm guessing I'm more 38 right now. But here is this, and in my Testnet, in the Testnet video, I talked a little bit about these ties. I've heard them be called barber cords, and I got these off Amazon. They're just some hollowed out tubing, and you just cut them. I bought a spool, so I just cut them to measurements. I've cut, for my sleeves, I cut them 30 inches, and then to try on, I do 60 inches, and I have no complaints. My mom, I also cut her some. She only uses them for sleeves. She still likes to use her try-on cord, that one that has a needle on the end, to try on. She says that's she's worried that I think it actually popped off her needle one time and her stitches went flying. But for me, I have used a try-on cord. I showed that in my Testnet video, and I didn't have any issues. But yeah, I can leave a link for this down in the description below, and you can get yourself some try-on cords, barber cords from Amazon. I know the barber cords typically sell, just the cords are like $15. I paid less for the whole spool. Just throwing that out there, and do what you want with that information. So that's all my knitting for this week. I am planning to come back with another video in a week to talk about my 2024 plans and my Make 9. I've never made a Make 9 list before, but I thought, why not? Set myself some goals. I have some patterns picked out that I have yarn for already, so I figured why not make a list. And then I have some that I don't have the yarn for, so we'll see where the next year brings me. And how are we at the end of the year? It's crazy. So I forgot to mention at the beginning, because I was so busy talking about my rebranding and my new channel name and everything, that I am from a suburb from Phoenix, Arizona, and we are finally hitting our fall in December. It's still unseasonably warm. They just got snow for the first time, I believe, this year up north. I know that Williams got a dusting, I think, from people I follow, and it's unseasonably warm. We're still wearing t-shirts. Today was a little bit chillier because of them getting snow up north. So anytime they get anytime they get snow in Williams, Payson, Sedona area, or even Flagstaff, it gets chillier in the valley, and we get to wear our knits for a little bit and enjoy the cooler temperatures. And when I say cooler temperatures, our high was like 71 today. But this morning it was cold. We had to turn the heater on because my house was only 70 degrees, and since we have the baby, he had cold little hands, so we turned the heater on for him. But I went to downtown Gilbert and took some videos. So if you're not from the desert or you've never been to Arizona, you can see a little bit what it looks like. So you can see downtown Gilbert is a stretch that is filled with restaurants, mainly restaurants and bars, and a couple little boutiques. I met my friends for a brunch there, and there's some desert landscaping everywhere. So there was an aloe plant, and I don't know what the other bushes, shrubs were, but it was a nice day. So that's all I have this week, and I hope to see you guys back next week for my 2024 plans and my Make 9. If you please could like and subscribe and leave comments down below if you like this video. I would like to chat with you guys in the comments. Which one was your favorite project? Have you ever test knitted before? And yeah, let's keep this conversation going. Bye.